All past and current service members know the day-to-day struggle of serving with FoodCorps. Whether it's failed tomato tasting tests, kids asking for normal food like brownies, or coping with a modest living allowance. Days can be long and difficult. So why would Mauricio and I serve not just 1, but 2 years of our life with FoodCorps in Des Moines, Iowa? We arrived at this point from 2 different stories. I grew up in a small rural Wisconsin town where there was a ratio of 5 to 1 for cows to people, and in a state that bleeds green and gold on Sundays. Go Packers.
I am originally from the metropolitan city of Monterrey in Mexico. I moved to Los Angeles, California, and then moved again to Providence, Rhode Island. I've been living in Des Moines, Iowa for almost 2 years, but my ID still says I'm from Los Angeles. So I'm gonna claim that. Daniel and I both kind of came together over our shared drive for good food. We instantly realized that we both had read the required service member texts of Mayor Nessel and Michael Pollan.
And both of us could recite all the lines of King Corn from memory.
But working towards the belief in a good food environment, something that we both feel we didn't grow up with, is what keeps us motivated every day.
When I was growing up, there was no one role modeling good food choices for me, or making healthy eating exciting. Exciting for me was pizza reading programs and Beanie Babies in my Happy Meal. They were fun, but they didn't come without a cost. These foods and other highly processed goods led me to become overweight as a kid and eventually obese as a teenager. I didn't have activities like we lead of making kale chips or starting seedlings or eating freshly harvested carrots from a school garden.
I didn't realize this at the time, but I was very lucky that I grew up eating home-cooked meals every day with unlimited servings, which I ate. For my family, a chubby kid was a healthy kid because we all grow out of it, right? Well, being still the chubby kid in high school, I decided to passively ignore my health and focus more on the joy of food. But I wasn't happy. And it wasn't just me. At culinary school, I had developed a passion for food and cooking, but realized that what was critical was nutrition. I didn't want to accept poor health as a given, and I wanted to inspire others to see food as the avenue to our health in an enjoyable way.
As I went through the process of losing weight, I remember how difficult it was to find the truth about food, and not someone that was trying to sell me a quick fix or a crazy ab machine. I felt it was wrong that something so important as food would be such a confusing subject matter. That's why I earned a degree in nutrition, and would become a registered dietitian. I want to help people who are just like me, that were desperately looking for an answer but didn't know where to find the truth.
Chefs see food as art and science, and cooking as that pleasurable cultural act. But kids see food as anything that stops hunger, and cooking as that thing that only chefs can do. As a kid, I didn't have a role model to look up to for my health because my family was content that I was happy and appreciated everything I was fed. And chefs I met kind of focused more on feeding others and sadly neglected their own health.
Think back. As a kid, if you had a choice on a menu between apples or fries, what would you pick? Kids think about the next text message, not their health in 40 years. I'm not saying they shouldn't have choices, but they should be of choices that build their body up, not break it down.
And we have excluded this happiness that comes from working with our hands and sharing meals from our current generation. Vegetables are not always seen in a positive light by adults because they themselves did not grow up alongside an excitement for healthy eating or scratch cooking.
I serve because advertisements are not a source of nutrition information. This generation needs to learn what healthy eating really means from family, teachers, and public health educators, not the television or the back of a cereal box.
I serve so that students can have a positive association with food and cooking. They have the right to feel inspired and passionate about their health, not see it as yet another chore that can be ignored. That's why I do what I do.
And as service members, we promote this idea with small steps of teaching kids where their food comes from and just making healthy eating the expected option. And best of all, the beauty is every single person can be a role model for healthy living. We need regular people on a daily basis doing this for kids, not an athlete or a music artist that says drink soda one day and exercise the next.
Whether you're from a small rural town or just keep moving from big city to big city, we all have the power to be positive lights for kids and role models for healthy food choices. So why not try to eat a new vegetable in an unusual way, or grow something green and edible, and cook with someone you would like to have a conversation with. Kids are already watching and imitating you.
Thank you.